You've probably experienced the vacuum. You're sitting in a room, you start speaking, and your words just evaporate into thin air. But then someone else walks into the room. They don't raise their voice, they don't wave their hands, but the entire room goes dead silent to hear what they have to say. This presence is built on the invisible mechanics of power, a specific psychological framework that dictates who leads and who follows. Since childhood, we are fed a very specific script. Keep your head down, be unconditionally accommodating, compromise whenever possible, and the world will naturally reward you with respect. In a forest, the straightest trees are always the first to be cut down for timber, while the gnarled, difficult ones are left standing. Human society follows the same logic. Accommodating people are treated as resources to be used, while those who project strength are given a wide berth. By constantly saying yes to every request and seeking validation, you flood the market with your own availability. Basic economics dictates that when a commodity is available everywhere, its value drops to zero. Human respect operates on the law of scarcity. To become highly valued, you have to unlearn childhood conditioning, and you must master 3 specific domains of Machiavellian control. We start with the first domain, verbal control. Weakness broadcasts itself through desperate noise, rapid-fire filler words, nervous laughter, and the compulsive need to over-explain are glaring signals of a vulnerable position. The foundational rule to reversing this comes straight from the 48 laws of power. Always speak strictly less than is necessary. The execution is mechanical. When someone asks you a question, lock eyes with them and deliberately count to 2 in your head before uttering a single syllable. Looking at this interaction model between 2 people, watch what happens when you introduce a deliberate pause. Humans detest conversational voids. As that silent void expands, the opposing party will panic. They will scramble to fill the silence, overshare, and expose their own insecurities. And here, you can see how this exact scarcity principle applies to a direct refusal. Saying no without offering a guilt-ridden explanation acts like a solid wall. It shuts down the data flow and asserts absolute power over your time. By treating your words and your availability as heavily guarded, scarce resources, you instantly establish boundaries that other people will hesitate to test. The second domain is emotional control. If someone can guarantee your emotional reaction, whether that's anger from an insult or joy from a compliment, they own a remote control to your brain. True dominance requires absolute non-reactivity. Think of a mountain. A mountain doesn't react to a storm, and it doesn't melt in the sun. A dominant person remains entirely impassive against both aggressive attacks and excessive flattery. When someone tries to insult you, adopt a completely flat, unreadable poker face. Do not defend yourself. Just calmly ask, "Are you done?" This behavior stems from a psychological baseline known as outcome independence. You take action, you speak, you negotiate, you invite, but you remain completely untethered to the result, especially if that result is rejection. The physical execution goes against human instinct. If another person pulls away or ignores you, the impulse is to chase. Instead, signal your high value by retreating twice as far. Stripping away your emotional reactions entirely short-circuits their leverage. You stop acting like a suspect waiting for a judge and force them to view you as the prize to be won. The third domain is physical control. You can master the verbal and emotional domains, but if you're slouching or moving frantically, those physical tells will instantly override everything you say. Deliberately claim the physical space around you. Walk slowly. A rushed pace signals that you're operating on someone else's timeline. Moving with a relaxed cadence shows the world operates on yours. Maintain a steady, unbroken gaze during interactions. Looking down at the floor immediately surrenders your status. Holding your ground visually establishes immediate social dominance. Pay close attention to your hands. Keep them open and clearly visible. Tucking them in your pockets or hiding them behind your back subconsciously broadcasts anxiety or hidden deceit to whoever is watching. When you align this commanding physical presence with your guarded words and your emotional fortress, you project an outward, impenetrable aura of authority. Adopting these behaviors is going to cause immense internal friction at first. If you've spent your life as a chronic people pleaser, establishing these boundaries will feel artificial, uncomfortable, and frankly, a bit arrogant. This psychological rewiring mimics physical training. The friction you feel while setting boundaries is the sensation of old submissive habits breaking apart to make room for something more durable. Achieving true social power means holding a metaphorical funeral for your old validation-seeking identity. You have to willingly elevate yourself to the main character of your own reality. There will be a social backlash. Your peers will inevitably label your new independence as arrogance. Let them. That label is merely an expression of their fear that they can no longer control you. You have two paths. You can continue seeking the safety of validation, or you can accept the isolation that comes with independence and build your own authority.